Hey, last week we talked to Tom Vialle for Weege show at Southwick, but you didn't ride. Are you gonna get? You're part of press day. You get to ride today.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride press day, and that's really cool.
You've got to be happy when you get a shot at these tracks early.
Sure, that's helped me a lot. You know, I don't know many tracks, so that's gonna be helpful for tomorrow.
Okay, so last week, how much is you're just comfortable on sand, and how much is you're just getting more comfortable in general, even though the tracks are new? Just learning the process and your bike and stuff.
You know, I'm a little bit more used maybe than those guys in the sand, so it came naturally quickly. And I like it. The track last weekend was pretty good. Different track again this weekend. MIllville looks like, I mean, I only know from TV, but looks like the bottom is a little bit sandy, some pretty big uphill and downhill.
Oh yeah.
The track looks fun actually, so I can't wait to be tomorrow.
But do you think in general, it's not just a Southwick thing, you're getting used to AMA racing and you can adapt?
To be honest, yeah, we are through the half of the season, so I'm getting used to the short qualifying, only a few laps actually, and straight to the moto. So I'm getting used, I'm training for it also in the week, so getting better and better, and I can't wait to be racing actually.
Can you even, are you surprised how quick, when you think about how few laps you did and the first moto, what that feels like? Do you almost surprise yourself with like, dude, I don't even know the track 100% yet?
To be honest, yeah, especially in the morning. We do one slow lap and then straight to the fast lap. And I don't know the track, I don't even know the jump. So I was 4 in the first time qualifying. I was surprised with myself because I'm normally around 7, 8 because I don't know well the track, you know? So I had to improve all day. But Southwick was definitely a good one.
And my last thing for you, the points. Do you start to look at the Colorado race like, oh man, have you thought about that?
Sure, we are one race down. So both moto I score no points there in Turner Valley, so it's like this, that's life, and that's a way to learn. And my goal is really to stay steady during the end of the season and see where we end up.
Okay, it's getting better. Well done. Not just a Southwick thing. Not just a Southwick thing. All right, that's Tom Vialle. Welcome to the Weege Show, brought to you by Honda and their CRF 450R and CRF 250R. Lighter, faster, stronger. Allows you to chase checkered flags quickly. Odd RJ, look man, you've been through 179 crazy adventures this year and you are back in the title fight. You gotta be stoked on that.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, dude, we're getting late now into the year.
Yes.
And then, I mean, dude, my last 2 weeks have probably been one of the worst weeks that I've had during the week.
Really?
So but dude, you get like, I mean, I'm excited every weekend to go racing, but now just to have a little bit more life. Yeah, it's cool. Kind of get like a restart. Yeah, I restart with 13 down, but that's much better than where I was. So I look at it like that. Like I talked to Steve, and it's like, man, I truthfully feel like I'm like 1 weekend away from things clicking.
Yes.
And really getting it going. Yeah, I've had good motos, good weekends, and good speed, but I still feel like I've got more out there, and I can prove that.
What is the problems during the week that you've had these last 2 weeks?
I mean, it's just hot in Florida.
Oh, okay.
It's been raining a lot. Like I said, it's just been a grind. Like, but I did get to ride a 450 a bit, so that brought some life back in. I was stoked on that, and then the next day I had to get back on the 250, and then I was like, God, like, dang it. But nah, like I said, I mean, it's cool. I'm excited to be here though.
Do you at all, can you keep it all positive, or can you be like, man, if it wasn't for this, this, and this, I could be in the points lead? How do you tilt it as like, no, this is good, this is not, don't look at it that perspective?
Man, I mean,
you probably have.
Yeah, like, dude, I've had the speed so many weekends.
Absolutely.
And, like, I mean, I do feel like I should have been better last weekend. And I haven't even talked to Justin about it, but like, dude, I was pretty fired up last weekend because like he got away with one for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, and
you want to get him back?
No, I mean, not like that. Like, he got back around me off the track, and it was when Deegan was down, and the cameras panned to him, and so no one caught this, and I was already running low on tear-offs, so this was late in the moto, and so yeah, I made the pass, him and Tom hit, and then like I pulled a tear off, and I only had about 2 left.
Yep.
So then whenever you get around someone, then you have them off the track and jump right back in front of you. Like, dude, I was like, it was so to a point where I was like, that was so obvious. Like, he's done, he's screwed. Like, he's getting docked.
You didn't think you had to pass him?
100%. I was like, he's docked for sure. And like, if you watch, he dropped the hammer right then too. He passed Tom like 3 turns later.
Right.
He probably thought the same thing. And I haven't even seen him, but yeah, I was bummed because like, dude, I was like, for sure, like I probably should have had a 3.3 on like worst. And then, yeah, no one caught it. Seen the line, everything, but you couldn't do anything about it.
Unreal.
Couldn't prove it. So
yes.
Yeah, but like just little things like that. I mean, if I got a better start, I wouldn't have been in that position.
If anything's gonna happen, it happens to you, man.
Yeah, but still, I mean, I gotta look at it like that. Like, I gotta put myself in better spots and, and take advantage. Like, dude, I mean, I look back on the season and there's so many chances. Like, dude, even if I would have went 1-1 at last weekend, I would have the point lead right now.
Yes.
So yeah, I don't know. Just like I said, we're 1 weekend away from things clicking.
If someone tells you halfway through the year you're within 13, 15, and you're riding this good, you take this, right?
Oh, 100%.
You bet on yourself.
100%. And that's where I'm at these next 2 rounds. Is like, look, keep it close. If I can get it closer, you know, great. Then these last 3 really kind of put the hammer down. Buds and Ironman treat me really well.
Yeah.
So like, keep it close. If I can get the point seed, awesome. But man, I just gotta stay in it now.
I like it. All right, it's all positive.
Yeah.
That's wild. Last week I didn't even know that. Refielded. Very good.
Yeah. That's smart.
You got a sec?
Yeah.
Are you on? You're on the press day list.
Yeah.
It's all legit.
No,
you're on the
good.
list.
You're good.
I never know. It's like half team. Sometimes it's team. Sometimes it's guy. Did you just want to do this one, or how'd that work?
Yeah, I mean, that's why I like this track, so it's just something I would like to do. And I think when you have press day, it's not a negative. So I don't know. It's a fun one for me. It's somewhat close to home, and I like the vibe here, so I just want to be on this one.
So how are you managing? You've had 2 races back. Gnarly ones to come back to, by the way. So you're kind of building in a way, but you want to win, I'm sure, too. So how are you balancing this mentally, even?
It's hard. I mean, second's not fun. I mean, if you would have asked me a couple years ago if 2 seconds would be good, I'd be like, yeah, that's awesome. But no, nowadays it's kind of not old, but it's we want more. And I've been building. I feel like last week I rode better. I just second moto, I just didn't really have much in the tank. I think just getting back into race pace and race shape.
Yeah.
But as far as this week, I actually was more recovered after last weekend than I was after Redbud. So I was super happy about that, because after Redbud I was like, man, I do not feel ready to go racing again at Southwick. So this week was good. I had 2 good days of riding, and like I said, I was more recovered, so we're able to kind of go deep this weekend.
Is it weird because, like, you could have just thrown in the towel and be like, if I'm not 100% and I can't wait, I'm not going to race.
Yeah.
You've taken the opposite tact of I'm going to come back knowing you probably weren't where you needed to be.
Yeah, I mean, I think even if you were 100%, it's not the same as, like, you could be as good as you want during the week, but you have to come back and race to get back into race form. And I wanted to come back and have enough time towards the end of the season to really feel good. So that was kind of my mindset behind it. Even if you come back at 100%, you're never really 100% race shape ready. So I think now I can kind of build back into that, and as well as just get back to 100% as far as my physical standpoint. So that's kind of the goal.
Yeah, so does that help keep the frustration at bay a little bit? Because at least you know this is part of a process and not just each individual race.
Yeah, I mean, after the championship was kind of obviously long gone, it's something that it's just a new challenge to kind of, obviously Jett's riding good and something I'm gonna have to overcome, and it just gives me some more motivation during the week. Obviously, I feel like even last year and this year I've always been racing Eli, and now it's another guy. So it's just fun to have that challenge, and something that I've actually made me even more motivated. So that's obviously nice, and just keep obviously building.
I feel like it's a position you're always in, whether you were a kid coming through amateurs, whether you're trying to beat Eli for a title, whether you're coming from behind in Supercross. I feel like you're always in that corner trying to fight your way out. Does it almost feel familiar in a way?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like it. I mean, obviously you want to be at the top, and I don't think we're far off, but it's nothing worth having is easy. So I think obviously we've had some adversity, but I want to be able to overcome that and get ready at least for SMX. So yeah, I'm up for the challenge, and I think we have some more room to grow and get back to feeling good. So this week was another step in the right direction, and hopefully we can close that gap this weekend.
Cool. People want to see. All right,
I know.
Press day.
Yeah.
Keep it interesting.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Chase.
Yep.
PB, you're back.
Yeah, we're back.
Are you back like ready, or you're just like, dude, I just have to come out ready or not?
I mean, I guess we'll see tomorrow.
Okay.
I feel healthy. My body's 100% healthy.
Yep.
Everything on that side's healthy, but obviously I missed a lot of races. So we're gonna just get our feet wet tomorrow. I mean, see where we're at. Hopefully we're where we want to be, but if not, I mean, we just have that much more work to do. But I don't have really too much pressure on me for tomorrow. I just want to get some gate drops, have some fun, you know.
That's it.
It's a fun track, so I'm excited.
You didn't want to miss this.
No.
This track is too good.
Yeah, I really wanted to make it back to Redbud, but we were not ready. So that would have been my ideal goal, but MIllville is I'd say the second best Redbud, so I'm excited.
Is there anything in the moto where you're like the injuries, you're gonna have pain, or are you past all that and now it's just riding intensity?
No, we're past all that.
Yeah.
It was my hand that I did. I was struggling mid moto.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago with just like grip strength, like it was just falling off and stuff, and that's never fun.
No.
I couldn't pull the clutch in, so just death gripping, and it took me a while to get over that hump, but once I did, I mean, everything's been smooth. Just getting motos in and trying to ride with some of the guys in Cali. Like I see PC guys out there, and I mean it's Glenn Helen and Paul. You never really know, but it's fun like hanging with them for a couple laps just to like get that peace of mind. So yeah, I'm just excited.
But you really don't know until tomorrow.
Exactly. You never know.
Okay. Good to see you back.
Yeah.
They're sitting on the couch. What's up? Teamwork. You got the same shirt. See you at Broswell. See the other RacerX team. Yeah. You taking them into your office. They got Broswell held captive. Well, you know where we are this series right now. Jett Lawrence still on top, still dominating. Really want to talk to Chase Sexton about what we just talked to him about, which was, are you getting frustrated, or are you able to take it in stride and think of it as a building process? Look, we all have a tendency in this sport. When I say we, I think people blame the media, but every fan and every industry sponsor person does the same exact thing. Whatever's happening in the moment, we tend to extrapolate that out to, well, this will never change, or it'll never happen. Even in a year with this evidence right in our face of Eli Tomac dropping when he should have had a sure Supercross title, it sure seems like impossible now. Like, what am I going for? Thank you. It sure seems impossible now, like, Jett's 12-0, how can anyone beat him? It seems impossible that it would flip, but if you look at Chase Sexton's track record, it's flipped a million times. Why not flip again? Can you chat? Or is he, no, he's here to bro down. They're all here to bro down. All right, who am I picking first? I'm gonna go with Dax. When are you gonna stop racing these, dude?
Well, I'm racing this weekend, but I think I'm pulling off because I can't get any more points.
So you're still Loretta's is the plan?
That's the plan.
Okay. Yeah. If you're winning the moto though, maybe the plan changes?
Yeah, I'd say so.
It was good at Redbud, but what was Southwick like as an experience? I've got to think that's a whole nother level.
Yeah, well, I thought Redbud was pretty tough. Like, it was for sure, but then I got to Southwick and I was like, wow, this is not good.
Yes.
Like, the first moto, I struggled really bad just with my bike setup, and I couldn't really get around anyone. The second moto, I didn't have a great start, but I got back to, I think, 11.
Yeah.
So, it was better, but I can't, like, it was gnarly. Gnarliest track I've ever rode. Really, really tough, so yeah, it was gnarly.
So unfortunately what you're here to experience.
Yeah.
Is that.
Yeah.
Have you ridden here before?
No, I have not.
Really? Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of guys from amateurs do. It's like you have a regional here or something, but no, I've never.
Right, okay. I think it'll be more fun than Southwick.
Yeah.
Southwick is just pure brutal. Welcome back. Could be the last one until August. Max, I feel like every interview is the podium's coming.
Yeah.
We're halfway through. The podium's still coming.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the same thing every week.
I will say, last year, I almost got my first moto podium here, first moto. Lost it to Joe with 3 corners to go. Rookie year, I battled J Mart here for a while in the first moto, so I've had great rides here. I like the dirt here, I like the track. If there was one, I would have to pick this one out of the next 6 coming up.
Okay. So it could be en route.
Yes.
Is it getting discouraging at all, or is being in that I'm almost there, is that carrot still keeping it going?
Yeah, no, I got like, yeah, like you said, it's right there, and I've been so close.
Yep.
And I'm still fighting even for a ride, so that's even more food on my plate that I'm trying to get. So have a lot of fight and desire to get there, and I feel like it's going to be the toughest it's going to be this week because of how close the points are with all the guys.
Yes.
So everyone's going to be A game, everyone's going to be fighting to the very end, and yeah, I mean, I'm mentally prepared to go out there and take some more risks than I usually would, and I feel like if I just get the starts, it's there. Like, that's it. That's really it.
Yeah.
My starts were progressing better last weekend, so I just need to progress again this weekend, and then it'll be there.
It can happen. Hey, you have a teammate this year. He's doing well also. Do you feel the team in general has stepped up Does it help you to have more infrastructure or maybe even more focus on 250 for that team?
Yeah, I think also with the whole Cooper ordeal, they got one 450 guy, and Aaron seems to be somewhat happy with what he's got right now.
Okay.
So then that focus is now seems a little bit over here. I feel like it's more 50-50 now.
Okay.
The bike's definitely gotten a lot better this year. Still not where I feel like it could be.
Okay.
But we're getting there slowly. It's not something that happens overnight.
Yeah.
So I feel like we're getting closer and closer, and we're just fine tuning it. And Tom, of course, seemed to figure it out for the sand and being back at Allen's all year as well. And even all the Baker's boys were fast at the Wick. So kind of the same here, a little bit sandy, and yeah, we'll see. I feel like the program's stepped up and I've stepped up, and it's just a work in progress. It doesn't happen right away, so you just got to keep fighting for it.
And the class is so deep, the margin of first to sixth is not much.
No, not at all. First to eighth even.
Yeah.
All the way back to me and Jalik, I feel like we're just behind this top group, and it's like it's only milliseconds here and there. So
yes,
so close, but so far.
That's the way it seems. All right, you're not too frustrated with it.
No.
Okay, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
All right, that's Maximus. It will happen. See, you got to be positive about it, and that's what I'm saying. When you get to Chase Sexton's situation, I mean, if you look at Chase Sexton, your entire life was how are you ever going to beat Austin Forkner as an amateur? They get into pros. Forkner is hanging a potential perfect season on the board in 250 Supercross East, and it just flipped in one night. It flipped completely their two careers. Now we're at the point where Forkner, breaking news, is actually back in action for the first time this year besides the Anaheim 1 crash. Haven't seen him in ages. He's in a career rebuild mode. Sexton is the current Monster Energy Supercross champ. You know, Sexton at this race last year, Eli Tomac had a huge moto win streak, had ripped the points lead away. It looked like there was no stopping him, and it changed. Mikey Waynes is here. What up, All right. Mikey Waynes, voice of GNCC, and he'll be helping me out of Loretta's as the announcers team there. Remember a year ago at this time, I mean, Sexton, how are you going to stop Tomac? He's beast mode, he's rolling, how are you going to stop him? Well, Sexton did fire back and did get some wins, and it took it right down to the wire. And then in Supercross this year, I mean, hope was about as close to being lost as it could be. I don't know if this is, it's definitely not a planned strategy. I don't even know if it's an asset that Sexton has, or maybe things just work out that way. But this is not the first time that his back has been up against the wall, and it looks like a very difficult or maybe even impossible task. And you blink, and next thing you know, things are different. So I think that's what everybody in this 450 class has to say. I mean, if you put it all on paper right now, first of all, the piece of paper says 12-0. Second of all, the piece of paper says no one's even challenging Jett down the stretch. And third of all, it's Jett Lawrence. Just watch him ride. He's unbelievable. So many of these obstacles look like too much to overcome, but Sexton is the kind of guy who's already overcome that kind of thing before. He battled Eli Tomac last year. That's a heck of a mountain to try to climb. And he didn't win the title last year, but he certainly wasn't getting blown away and was right in it to the end. So that's kind of what I'm looking at, like how much more is there to give? How much more can he overcome? Because that's the true threat to otherwise what would be a perfect season, which would be just absolutely ridiculous and phenomenal and incredible and awesome and amazing. Because although we've seen perfect seasons before, we've never seen one from a rookie. And if he starts this good, where's he gonna be in 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? So that's the crux of it all. The 30-something dad group that really got a lot of spotlight and a lot of attention, the Barsha, Anderson, Tomac group that had been in their 30s and they get married and they have kids and they're still just as fast and they're still winning races, that flipped real quick too. Now, I'm not saying those guys are done. I mean, we would love if Tomac comes back and maybe races a bit next year. Barsha hopes to be back soon. Anderson did just come back. Maybe those guys do come back and they're back to guys that win races like they were before this. But when you're looking at this landscape, all of a sudden, you're like, wow, all those guys are either not here or off the back trying to come back. And now you've got Sexton putting up the lone defense against Jett Lawrence. That is a quick transition. And it doesn't take a genius to figure, well, this might have just already happened and we might have the next decade already set. But again, it's racing, it's sports. You can never count on anything to last just because on paper it says it's gonna go that way. Although I will say that, I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, if it does go like this and you just still have this historic run, a lot of times the sport does benefit when you get a singular, incredible, next level hero where it's the easiest thing for fans on the outside to grasp. in the 90s for people to say like, oh, I heard that Supercross has this guy named Jeremy McGrath, or I heard skateboarding has this guy named Tony Hawk, or I didn't really follow the NBA that much, but they have Michael Jordan or Tiger Woods. Those type of transcendent stars, we're gonna get it good either way. If Jett continues like this, we've got that transcendent star again. If we have a good battle on our hands, of course, that's exciting as well. That's the drama that's gonna unfold in front of us. I don't think it's gonna be a lap to lap, corner to corner, every little inch matters battle. It's gonna be more of a long game battle of what is the narrative, what is this all gonna look like over the course of the next decade. And there's gonna be little pieces here that are gonna decide a lot of it. And most of that really is in the hands of Sexton. Jett's already firing on all cylinders. We'll see if Sexton can get up there and begin to make it dramatic or challenging as it goes. Finally, let's wrap this up, a little press day riding. Really great to have press day back this year. We had a lot of locals actually as well from this area, so that really helps. But you look around this racetrack, there's Williams, you got Henry Miller, not a local, just a title contender, and more importantly, points leader. There it is. I just wanted to verify red plate on Hampshire. You can see there's Sexton, there's Vialle, really small. Look at how gnarly those ruts are. I just saw Garrett Marchbanks hit that. It was ridiculous. He went scrub, and then nailed those ruts. There's Marcellesi. Anyway, Hayden Deegan, the points leader, and a completely baffling 250 title chase as Grant Harding goes by. I will say this. We saw Hunter Lawrence be the best guy in the 250 class for the first half of the year. If he can just get back to that, if he's not too banged up with the ribs and all these things that he was recovering from and then re-injured in the first turn crash at Red Bud, if he can get back to that guy, maybe the points don't really matter. And on average, Hunter's gonna pull back away like he did in the first half. But if he is a little bit banged up, and remember how motivated guys like RJ Hampshire are going to be now. They've got a second shot. Here's Marchbanks. Oh, I want to see him destroy that corner. Anyway, these guys are motivated. They got blood in the water. They got a shot at the title that it didn't look like they were gonna have. And he's a little bit hurt. We might be in for a barn burner. And I have to say, in the same vein that I was just talking about Chase Sexton, I feel like that's the way it goes for Hunter Lawrence. For him, nothing comes easy. For his brother Jett, it seems to come easy quite a bit. And a lot of that is, you know, the obvious, oh, when you have talent, things come quickly. But think of how few major setbacks and things about bad luck that Jett has had to overcome. It's a lot different story with Hunter, who has definitely had a rough go of it. Pretty much everything he gets, he has to dig down so deep to get. And that might be the case in this title, especially with Deegan.